everyone. Welcome to Mobility Monday State. Sean Fitzgerald, one of the personal trainers at the Upper Valley Aquatic Center. So, like always, go ahead, like, subscribe, and kind of share some information, get back and forth, see what kind of things you like, what you don't like, what more of you want, and things like that. So, kind of get right into it today. We're gonna kind of shoulder health has kind of came up, last week. So we're just gonna do a couple different things with shoulders to see what bothers you, what doesn't bother you. A couple things you can do maybe as a little warm up to kind of get your get that area ready for you for any of your lifts or things like that. So basically just like everything else is you do everything to your tolerance, right? Like uncomfortable levelness of like a 3 or 4, but you don't want you don't want pain, right? You don't want to hurt anything more than anything that's serious. So a stretch will be some discomfort, right? If you say you're doing your static stretching in your hamstrings, right? You bring your leg back and it's tight, it's uncomfortable, but you got to that's what you got to do, but you don't want the pain, right? Not like something's like tearing, feeling really weird and awkward, right? So like 3 to 4 on the scale is ideal, what we want, and that's where we want to hover around. We don't want anything crazy because shoulder health as you get older is one area that just kind of just doesn't want to play nice with us, right? So really all we need today is, if you got one, if I can get it on time, we're just going to use one of our bands. You can use, if you have a TheraBand, you can, if you have a towel, it won't have any stretch, but like it'll give you a little bit of maybe kind of a little bit of tension that can help. But you can mix it up, like literally anything that you can hold between your 2 hands and things like that, right? So basically, can be done anywhere, right? Can be done in the office, can be done at home, just about anything. So a little activity warm up or something just before you start to work out, if you're doing an upper body day or anything like that, right? So literally, with a resistance band or anything like that, the closer your hands are together, the harder it is. Farther away is a little easier, right? So basically, all we're doing is I'm just kind of sitting upright if I'm at the office or sitting at home or something, and I'm just here, and all I'm doing is I'm just gripping the bands and I'm just going away from just away, right? So real simple, real easy. It doesn't have to be a lot, like literally 6 to 8 reps. Like it doesn't take much. You don't have to do a whole lot, right? So next one is we're gonna go. I got my left hand up, right hand down, and I'm just pulling. Kind of pulling diagonal. Like it's pulling. You're pulling diagonal, right? So kind of just going. My right arm goes up, left arm goes down, left arm goes up, my right arm goes down. So I'm literally just going into 2 different directions there, going across. And another one that you can do is kind of lean back. You can go overhead, right? So not everyone is able to go overhead, right? Sometimes it's uncomfortable, right? So if you're able to do it, do it. If you're not, don't. It's literally that simple, right? So I'm just go straight overhead, and I'm just kind of, pulling out, right? So it's real simple, real quick, real easy. Literally doesn't have to be, like this 20-minute thing. Like if you just did those 4 exercises, 6 reps each, right? That's 24 total. That should probably only take you, a minute, right? So real quick, real easy, no big deal. And it's done and over with, right? You're not wasting any time. You're kind of getting, you're getting loose and you're kind of getting, getting it moving, right? Motion is lotion. So, real simple, real quick, right? So that was just with our band, right? So now we can just go literally. Have you ever just tried to like stretch, right? Right now I'm just going to take my arm and I'm just literally holding this arm straight across my body, bringing this arm up, and then I'm just kind of pulling towards me. So I'm feeling a stretch right here. Like, have you ever just sat at a desk and literally just is like, you know what? I'm just going to do a couple little stretches, right? So that little bit can be done anywhere. Stoplight, right? If you're at a red light, you're just sitting there and you just kind of, hold it for like 5 seconds, 5-10 seconds, and be like, see what the difference is, right? So real simple, real easy. You're going to feel it all right through here, in the back of your arm, kind of, if you can't get like across, you're a little tight. Hey, play with it, see where where you need it, and what you got to do, right? So another one is simple too. You just come back here and you're just kind of, you're pulling the elbow back, and right here, you're going to feel it all through here, right? So this one might be a little tougher because you're not going to be able to get your arm back, right? But those that have a little bit more range, you can always do this one. And you're kind of bringing it back and just kind of a nice little stretch. And again, we're going to tolerance, right? We're not going to where, we're causing pain or anything like that, right? So, another great one. So this one is going to, we're going to use this wall that's behind me, right? Is we're literally just going to do wall slides, right? So I'm up against this wall, right? And all I'm doing is, trying to keep my shoulders back here, and I'm just doing some wall slides, right? Going up and down. So depending on your range, some people might not have that rotation to where they can get their arms all the way back, right? They're going to have some, shoulder problems there, and, they're going to be maybe a little off, but you just keep working at it, and hopefully you'll be able to get back and get where you need to be, right? So got a loop, right? You can still use a band if you want, but I'm going to pretend that like you're my wall, right? So these are just called pinwheels. All right, you just kind of take your band, you put your hands up on the wall like this, and you pretend that there's a clock in front of you, right? The old clock that everyone's digital now. So with the hands, so you got 1 through 12, right? You're gonna imagine that. A little tension on the band, right? And then you're literally gonna go 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, right? On that side, and then it's 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, right? So you're kind of doing, half the clock with each hand. So nothing crazy, like real light resistance, right? You don't have to go real heavy because you're going to feel it, because you're literally using all those little small intricate little areas, right? So, it's not like a chest press where you're incorporating more muscles, right? We're using, these small, everything that's kind of right in here, right? So it could agitate anything that's bothering you, but literally a great way to just kind of start firing that area up before any workout that you got to do, right? So, hope these little couple exercises help, right? Don't need much, can literally be done anywhere. And, like always, go to the level that you feel is comfortable for yourself, right? You don't want to go to pain, you go to a slight discomfort, right? And again, if you're feeling something that's kind of like, you're like, I don't know if I can do that, then don't, right? If it's really worrying about you, go see a doc, see what you got to do, see if it's really anything, mechanical, or, maybe it's just, you got to keep doing a little bit more, a little more exercises, right? Things like that. So hope these handfuls kind of work, just a little bit of tidbits, kind of getting into you, into your shoulders, more than necessarily next week. We got a handful more that we'll be able to do just about anywhere also without anything. So, tune on in with that. And like always, go ahead, like, subscribe. And if you guys have anything else you kind of want to, hit on, or areas that you want to kind of see about more things, don't be afraid. All right. You all enjoy the rest of your week. It's Monday, so hopefully your work week's going to be good. All right. You'll have a good one.